All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, all I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody's sick and tired of this shit.
Check, check. Present yourself. Warrior Allah, YAHANNA, SHALAM. I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead, pour them up, Mafia. Pour them up. Right face, turn left face. Right hand out. Yep, just turn this way.
SHALAM.
And it back to
Shalom Israel. Yahweh We're going to do the prayers. Sarah. Madia. Sarah Akadam. Rise, turn face east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Quadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malatuka. Aba'ah. Artazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Maharataza. Kawa. Hayah. Mashamayim. Nathanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kawabatinawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawabatinawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'ayanawa. Banasaya 1. Abal. Haushayanawa. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwith. Waha'ala. Wawathparth. Lawalamium. Aman. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, so be it. So prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushah, the Thulanawa, Hakak, Narpa'ah, Kalmakala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, La Hakwium, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Bashim Yahabashai, the Wadaman.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
It's a prayer for the blessings. Rakatha Yahweh, Why Yahweh Shai, Why Makalah, Why Alahayim, Watazabaya, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyum, Hasarunium, Hakwatazayayan, Hakwayoyo, Why Wathian, Yahweh, Why Shim Yahweh Shai, the Wadaman.
Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratiza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashemash, Lahakaya, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makarai, Yashamor, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaaka, Wawaaka, Mayata, Wa'ayalam.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayam, Al Dami Alaka, Al Takarash, wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Wabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Imaka, Ya'armwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'at Tazawa, Al Tazapanwaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wakakiram, Magawaya, Wala Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Awada, Kaya, Nayawataza, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bariyath, Yakawathwa, Alahaya, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alahayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wayamalak, Palashath, I'm Yashabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Sala'ah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarad, Kayabian, Banakor, Kwashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayan Dayara, Hayawa, Daman, Lara Ama, Shayatamwa, Narayatmawa, Kairab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kaunaya Samwa, Ashar, Amwa, Nayaras, Lanawa, Ath, Nahawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakar, Ka'ash, Tabia Ira, Wakalaba'a, Alahat, Harayam, Kanthar Datma, Basa Irika, Wabasa, Wapathka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyahan, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Aid Ya'aid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabarawa, Wayadayawa, Kayata, Shimka, Yahweh, Labatka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. In the name of Yasha may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Abah, and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Shalom, Israel. Yahbashim Yashar Barakatah. Yahweh Shemar, Tabashim Yashar. You understand? This is I.S.U.P.K. Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is Sabbath service. If you follow along at home, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Got any questions, you can ask them. We are coming from the book of Exodus today, okay? We stopped off last week at Exodus. We're in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 24. And of course, on Sabbath service fashion, we're going to read in Hebrew and then in English. So just feel free to follow along with us. You can download the Blue Letter Bible, and it has the translation in the Hebrew once you download the Blue Letter Bible. Or you can get you, where's the, well, I'll show you in a minute. Well, you good. Feel free to, grab it for real quick. Feel my book, sure. Feel free to follow along at home with us. All right, let's see. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters in the Sabbath, man. That's tuning in, rocking and rolling with us. Why you can sit right here. Yeah, get you one of these, right? Be able to follow along at home. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 24. We're going to read 7 verses. We're going to stop at verse 30. All right, Exodus chapter 12. I'm going to keep this right here. This right here so we'll know. I'll have a pen when we scratch them off and get done with them, brother. 12. 12 and 24. All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 24 in the Hebrew. Washama Ratham. It's like you. Put my screen up. Ath. Hadabar. Haza'ah. Lakakwa. Lakah. Labanayad. Walabanayad. Id. Aralam. It's like you. 25. Wayahaya. Kaya. Saba'awa. Al. Ha'arataza. Ashar. Yathan. Yahweh. Lakam. Kashar, the bar. Washamaratham, Ath, Haibada Ah, Hazaath, Wahaya Slaki, Wahaya Ha, Kaya, Yarmarawa, Alakan, Ala Slaki, Ala Yakam, Bana Yakam, Ma'a, Haba'ada'a, Hazaath, Lakam, Wa'amar, so Slaki, Wa'amar Thumb, Zabak, Pasak, Hawa'a, Layahawa, Ashur, Pasak, Al, Bathaya, Banaya, Yashura Allah, Bamatazarium, Bana Slakin, Banagapawa, Ath, Batazarium, Wa'ath, Batayanawa, Hatazayal, Wayaquad, Ha'ayam, Wayashafkawa, 30, 28, Wayalakawa, Waya Banaya, Yasha Allah, Kashar, Tazawa'a, Yahweh, Ath, Masha'ah, Waharan, Khan, Aishawa, Wayahaya, Baka Tazaya, Halayala, Wayahawa, Haka'a, Kal, Bakawar, Slakia, 28, Bakawar, Bahama'a, verse 30, Wayaquam, Para'aya, Layala'a, Hayawa, Slakia, Wakal, Abadewa, Wakal, Matazarium, Taza'ai Kuwa'a, Gadala'a, Bamatazarium, Kaya, Ayan, Bayath, Ashur, Ayan, Sham, Math.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 24. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. Verse 25. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Most High will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service.
Salakia. So, Moses is saying in the words of the Lord that this observance, we're talking about the Passover. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is an observance that we're supposed to keep forever, according to what Exodus 12 and 24 denotes, So all you fake Israelites and Christians that say that, you don't have to keep the Passover. It says right here that you got to keep it forever. All right. Keep going. Salakia.
Verse 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? Verse 27, that ye shall say, it is sacrifice of the Most High Passover, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worshiped.
So that's heavy. That's a heavy point. You can't really give your children a real clear-cut, definitive explanation of why you allow them to celebrate Halloween, or why y'all gather around some big turkey and Boston baked butt, or why you even allow them to celebrate Christmas, But the Lord is giving you an explanation as to why we're supposed to keep this ordinance, man, of the Passover, all right? And it has real meaning. So the things that we do, it shouldn't See, we got to get our head out of la la land, you know. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, our lives are real. So we need to live in real time. We need to focus on our reality. And this is a part of what actually transpired via our history, all right? This has real meaning, unlike all of the traditional holidays that the oppressor, you know, promotes and wants you, you know, to celebrate and to worship. This is what you're supposed to give your energy and your zeal to, all right? Salakia.
Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. So did they.
Right.
Verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight, the Most High smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt.
That midnight hour, you know, that's a real famous song. It's a very, very famous song, you know, but that it has real significance. You know, the Most High Power visited, you know, all those that were disobedient and everyone that was against Israel in Egypt, visited them with the who? What does it say?
Wait, the Lord came at night.
Yeah.
Oh, that at midnight the Most High smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt.
That's right, with that death angel, man. You wanna make sure that you are covered in that day or in that hour, in that midnight hour. You know, and the only way you're gonna be able to do that is by being obedient. You know, because that's the reason why the Lord allowed the death angel to pass over, you know, the Israelites that were obedient, their homes, man. All right. It's all contingent to obedience, the decisions that you make. We have to be intensely judgmental about, you know, every move that we make, the foods that we eat, the type of clothes that we wear, the way that we wear our hair, you know, the way in which we could communicate in our conduct with one another. You know, all these things absolutely matter. All right. So Salakia.
From the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne until the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle.
So your money can't save you, man. All of us out here striving, you know, to secure the bag. And that in the midnight hour, you know, when the day of the Lord visits upon you, your money ain't gonna save you, man. You're not gonna be able to stand behind, you know, you being in a separate tax bracket. All right. This is very, very important for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to understand. Let the oppressor worship mammon. You know, your worship is unto the Most High Power. All right. So we have to be obedient. We have to keep these ordinances, man, that we were commanded to keep. The Passover is coming up. It's going to be held here in North Carolina, in Raleigh, North Carolina, man. You know, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump from us here in Fayetteville, and we're looking forward to that, man. You know, Salakia.
Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Good night. Good night.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 12,
verse 31.
And verse 31. Wayakwara lama sha'a slakin. Wala aharan la yalaha wayamor kwara ma'a taza awa matawak amaya gam athum gam baniya slakin yasha Allah wala kawa I barawa ath Yahweh Slakia Karabarakam Gam Taza'a Nakam Gam Bakwa Rakam Kwakawa Kashar Dabarathayam Walakawa Wabarakatham Gam Athaya 33 Wathka Tazakwa Matazarium Al Ha'ayam Lamahar Lashalakam Mak Man Harataza Kaya Asharawa Kalanawa Mathayam Wayashara, Wayasha'a, Ha'ain, Ath, Batazakura, Taram, Yakamataza, Masha'aratham, Tazara'ath, Bashamalatham, Al, Shakamath, Slaki, Shakamat, 35, Wabanaya, Yasha'ala, Aishawa, Kadabar, Masha'a, Wayasha'alawa, Matazarium, Mama Tazarium, Kalaya, Kasap, Wakalaya, Zaab, Washamalath, 36, Wayahayoah, Bathawan, Ath, Khan, Ha'ain, Ba'ayanaya, Matazarium, Wayasha alawam, Wayasha alawam, Wayanat Tazalawa, Ath, Matazarium, 37, Wayasayawa, Banaya, Yasha Allah, Mara'ai Masa, Sakatha'a, Kasha, Ma'awath, Alawap, Sakat, Alap, Ragalaya, Hagabarayam, Labad, Matap. Yep, that's 37.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord, as ye have said.
Good night.
Verse 32. Also take your flock and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. Verse 33. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men. Verse 34. And the people took their dough before it, and it was leavened. Their kneading troughs, being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders.
And see, this is heavy. Will you be prepared to take flight in the middle of the night? Will you be prepared to gather your family, your children, your rib, all of your belongings, the things of value, to comply with the order of the Lord? This is important, because this is kind of giving you some insight into the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which we celebrate after the Passover. We didn't have time to allow that yeast to do what it's supposed to do, to make that bread rise. All right. But the Lord still, he commanded Moses. He was very specific, with the instruction. That's why it's important for you to pay attention to details. All right. You gotta learn how to follow orders. What you do in the world is you follow after your own heart, desires of your own foolishness. All right. But Moses was obedient, and he followed, these commands of the Most High Power to a T, which is the reason why us in the school today, we do the same thing. Salakia.
And what's so heavy about that is too, it says that the Egyptians were urgent upon the people. You understand? They were thrusting them the hell out of Egypt. Once the Most High flexed his power and killed all their firstborn, you think about that. That's going to happen to America, man, and worse. What's going to happen to America is going to be something we ain't never seen before. You understand? They want to keep us in oppressed and in bondage. Most High has the last say so on that. Those Africans thrust us up out of there. You understand? They didn't have time to do a damn thing. They were like, get out of here before we be next. Before we die too. Get out of Egypt. Go serve your God. Go serve your Negro God. Leave us alone. So they was getting the hell up out of there. They didn't have time to, bake no bread all nice and fluffy with the yeast in it. They had to get the hell out of Egypt. Make haste. You understand? Quickly. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 35. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold.
And that word borrowed, they took it. The Egyptians gave it. Just take this and go. Take this and get out of here. Their babies are dead. Their cows is dead. The ones that piss on their head, those videos y'all seeing, all of them were dead. They just gave them, take all this. Yeah, I ain't got no, y'all, Negroes is broken. Just take this and go. Get out. That's what it looked like. Go ahead.
And raiment. Verse 36. And the Most High gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such thing as they required. And they spoiled the Egyptians.
Took everything.
Yeah, it took everything. Robbed the Egyptians. Not even robbed them. There's a scripture in Proverbs: when a man's ways please the Lord, he'll make even his enemies be at peace with him. This is what you see right here transpiring via scripture, man. Those Egyptians didn't want nothing to do. They didn't want nothing else to do with that death angel, man. So it will behoove them to meet Moses' demands. Salakia.
Verse 37. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramsey to Sukkah, and about 600,000 on foot that were men besides children.
Good night. A mass exodus. This speaks volumes about what's happening right now. Today with our people. All this division that is being created. And the Lord is doing a beautiful work in the earth. He's revealing, before your eyes, who's going to stand for him and who ain't, man.
Right.
And those and our people that are so in love with America, so in love with the things of America because they have gained in this place, man. They're the ones that are siding with Egypt. They're the ones that are siding with Pharaoh. You got to do your due diligence as a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian to not be anything like them. What you see what happening with Kanye West and with Kyrie Irving, and what happened with Deshaun Jackson and with Nick Cannon, those brothers, they backtracked on their word because they're not in here. You learn how to fight correctly, man, in the right spirit, in the spirit of the Lord. Okay? Salakia.
That was it, 37?
Oh, sorry.
You read 37? Okay. It's the book of Salakia. Exodus chapter 12, verse 38. Wagam, I.R.A.B., Rabah, Ilaha, Atham, Watazawaan, Waba Kwara, Makunaa, Kabaor, Ma'ad, Wayapawa, Ath, Habatazakwa, Ashar, Harai Taza Ya'awa, Wamataza Rayam, I Gath, Matazawath, Kaya, La'a, Kamataza, Kaya, Garashawa, Matazariam, Wala'a, Yaka, well, I'm at 38, Sakia, Yakalawa, Lahath, Salakia, Lahath, Mahama, Lahath, Mahama, Wagam, Tazada'a, La'a, Aishawa, Laham, Wamawashab, Banaya, Yasha Allah, Ashar, Yashabawa, Wamatazarayam, Shalashayat, Slakia, Shalashyam, Shanaha, Raharabai, Mahawath, Shanaha, Wayahaya, Marquataza, Shalashayam, Mana'a, Ra'ab or Abai, Ma'aiwath, Shana'ah, Wayahaya, Ba'ai Taza'am, Hayawam, Haza'ah, Ya Taza'awa, Kal, Tazaba'awath, Yahweh, Matazarian, Slakin, Ma'arat, Slakin, Ma'aratazah, Matazarium, 44, Layala, Shamarayam, Hawa'ah, Layahawa, Laha Taza, Lahawa Taza Yawam, Ma'arataza, Matazarayam, Hawa'ah, Halayaha, Haza'ah, Lahawa'ah, Shamarayam, Lakala, Banaya, Yashar Allah, Badaratham, Wayamor, Yahweh, Al, Masha'ah, Rahawan, Za'ath, Kakwath, Hapasak, Kal, Ban, Nakor, La'ah, Yahakala, Bawa, Wakala, Abada, Ayash, Makwanath, Kasap, Wamalatha, Athawa, Azah, Yaakov, Bawa. 44.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 38. And mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. Verse 39.
And that mixed multitude, don't get it twisted. Don't go humping on every so-called Edomite and Korean woman because you watch anime. That mixed multitude doesn't mean that. The mixed multitude was the people that was with Moses and obeyed, and the ones that wasn't messing with Moses. All right, and we're gonna find about that when you get in the wilderness. That mixed multitude is the ones that agreed and want to follow and go in the wilderness, and ones that didn't. You understand? Everybody wasn't on the same page, but they was thrust out by the Egyptians. It didn't matter what the hell you thought. You was getting the hell out of Egypt. You had some stinking African up in there getting you the hell out of there. So you either use with Moses for him or against him. You was going up out of there. That's the mixed multitude. Go ahead.
So Salaki, and that's heavy. We talk about the mixed multitude. You know, it was a mixed multitude, literally men, women, children. You had the young and the old. You know, so it wasn't all about all the other nations joining with the Israelites, man. I don't read that here. You know, people just add into the scriptures, man. Salaki.
Verse 39. And they baked unleavened bread. Oh, Salakia. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt. For it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt.
It's not a birthday cake, not a goddamn soul cake. It said, what kind of cake?
Unleavened cakes.
That's the type of cake that's lawful. That's the type of cake that's okay for you to make, you know, when it comes down to a celebration that our people acknowledge, that one of our observances, man. Not no birthday cake, all right? Salakia.
Because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry. Neither had they prepared for themselves any victual.
That's any victual. They didn't have any time to waste, man. They had to leave post haste. The Lord told them to get up out of there, all right? The Egyptians pretty much ushered them out, thrust them out, you know? So you have time to sit back and be nostalgic. You didn't have time to be like, you know, Lot's wife, you know, and lusting over the things that, you know, they were in captivity in Egypt, just as we're in captivity in America, man. Go ahead, brother. Salakia.
Verse 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. Verse 41. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the self same day it came to pass, that all the hosts of the Most High went out from the land of Egypt. Verse 42. It is a night to be much observed unto the Most High for bringing them out of the land of Egypt.
That's right.
This is the night of the Most High to be observed over all the children of Israel and in their generations. Verse 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
That's right. No stranger, man. That's why we know who we are. We put a gross separation between us and them. All right. And it's a righteous thing. That's the true definition of being holy, is being separate, man. This ain't for everybody. This is significant to the bloodline. This is significant to, the tribes, man, to the Israelites, man, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Unlike every other holiday that the whole earth can celebrate Christmas, everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. It had nothing to do with it. All right. This is a holiday, not even a holiday, a high holy day, that we're supposed to hold in high esteem. We're supposed to honor this day,
Verse 44. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof.
Okay.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 45. Tawashab, Washakayar, La'ah, Ya'akala, Bawa, Babayath, Akkad, Ya'akal, La'ah, Tawataza Ya'ah, Man, Habayath, Man, Habashar, Karatazayah, Wa'atazayam, La'ah, the Shabara, Bawa, Kal, Idath, Yasha Allah, Ya'ishawa, Athawa, Wakaya, Yagarawa, Athak, Gar, Wayasha'a, Pasak, Layahawa, Hamawala, Lawa, Kal, Zakar, Ra'az, Yakurab, Layashathwa, Wahayaha, Ka'azarak, Ha'rataza, Wa'akal, Iral, La'ah, Ya'akal, Bawa, Tawara'ah, Akath, Yahweh, La'atazarak, Walagar, Hagar, Wathawakam. 51, okay. Wa'ashara, Kal, Banaya, Yasha'ala, Ka'ashar, Tazawa'ah, Yahweh, Ath, Masha'ah, Wa'ath, Ha'aran, Khan, Aishawa, Wa'yahaya, Ka'atazam, Hayawam, Haza'ah, Hara Taza'ah, Yahweh, Ath, Banaya, Yasha'ala, Ma'arataza, Ma'tazarayam, Ilah, Tazaba'athim. It's 51.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 45. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. Verse 46. And one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh abroad, out of the house. Neither shall ye break a bone thereof. Verse 47. And the congregation of Israel shall keep it.
All the congregation. So, if you're in a fake Israelite group, you can't have your own separate, Passover. Right. You might as well just, go back to the Christian church, man. Commander General YAHANNA gave an order for all the so-called camps to come back home, man. What better time to do that than at the Passover, man? What better time? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 48. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Most High, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it.
That's right.
And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Verse 49. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you.
That's right.
Verse 50. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Most High commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. Verse 51. And it came to pass the self same day that the Most High did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. That's it on that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13. Yeah, you can mark this off with the water, brother. Book of Exodus, chapter 13, and verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha'ah, La'amar, Quadash, La'yah, Kal, Bakar, Baka Wara, Pata'ar, Kal, Rakam, Bamanayah, Yasha'ala, Ba'adam, Wabama'ah, La'yah, Hawa'ah, Wayamor, Masha'ah, Al, Ha'ain, Zaka, Wara, Ath, Hayawam, Haza'ah, Ashar, Rataza'atham, Mama Ratazayam, Mabayath, Abadayam, Kaya, Bakazak, Yada, Hawa Taza Ya'ah, Yahweh, Afkam, Maza'ah, Wala'ah, Ya'ah, Yahakal, Kamatza, Kamatza. Verse 4. We'll stop at 7. Okay. Hayawam, Atham, Yatazayam, Bakadash, Ha'abayaba, Wahayaha, Kaya, Yabaya'ak, Yahweh, La'ah, Ha'arataza, Haka Anawa, Haka Naanya, Wahakatwa, Wahamoria, Wahakawaya, Wahaya Babasaya, Ashar, Nashabai, Lahabathika, Latha, Laka, Ha'arataza, Zabath, Kalab, Wadabash, Waibadath, Ath, Haibada'ah, Haza'ath, Bakadash, Haza'ah. So verse 7 he said? Okay, hold on, one more. Shaba'aith, Yamayam, Tha'akal, Ma Taza'ath, Wabayawam, Hashabaya'aya, Kaga, Slakia. Kag, La Yahaya, Slakia. What's the place? Hold on. 13 or 6. That's verse 7. Screen. Verse 7. Matazawath, Yaakov, Ath, Shaba'ith, Hamayam, Wala'ah, Yara'ah, Laka, Kama'ai, Kamatazah, Wala'ah, Yara'ah, Laka, Sha'ar, Ba'kal, Gabalak.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever opens the womb among the children of Israel, both of the man and of the beast. It is mine.
That's real heavy. You know, the Most High power, basically that word sanctify just means to set apart, man. For a sacred purpose or or to consecrate, So the firstborn usually is something special about being the firstborn. That's the Lord's portion. That whatever the firstborn of anything is, it's something special about that. All right. So that tradition of christening, the babies, that comes from this. It originates with this. They christen every baby in the Christian church. But that's besides the point, man. The Most High power holds the heritage unto the Lord. There's value there. The Most High power cares about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. He cared about us back then. He cares about us now. All right. Go ahead, Brother Salaki.
Nice one. Verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt,
right,
out of the house of bondage. For by strength of the hand of the Most High brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten.
And Most High power told Moses and the people to remember this day. You don't know what it's like to not be able to remember. That is the current state of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. It's almost like we have amnesia, or dementia. We don't know who we are, where we come from, all the things that the Most High power did for us to get us to this very point, man. It's really, really important that we become a very reflective people. Okay. He said to remember this day.
Verse 4. This day came ye out in the month of Abib.
Right.
Verse 5. And it shall be when the Most High shall bring thee into the land of Canaanites.
Right.
And the Hittites.
Right.
And the Amorites and the Hivites. And the Jebusites, which he swear unto thy father to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month.
Right.
Verse 6. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast to the Lord.
Right.
Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no unleavened bread be seen with thee, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters.
This is what makes you peculiar. This is what makes you strange. Everybody eating pizza and Chick-fil-A and the Whoppers and all that good stuff during a time where your people, they didn't have the luxury of eating those things. And that's important. That's very, very important. That adds character, to you. When you can, afflict your soul, afflict your spirit, man, by fasting and refraining from. The problem with us being in America is that we overindulge. We don't know to, hold this in honor. We don't honor the Feast of Unleavened Bread when you join to America. Show me the Christian church that keeps the Feast of Unleavened Bread, man. It's unheard of. But in the I.S.U.P.K, the command and general YAHANNA, man, we do thus saith the Lord. This is why we look strange to you. Okay? It's a lock here.
Yeah, that's another.
Book of Exodus chapter 13 and verse 8. Slakia. Slakia. Wahagadath. Labanayak. Bayawam. Hahawa'a. All right, Madi, I'm sorry. Right, start face the east. We're gonna do the prayers. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Alatuka, Taba'ah, Matazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Nakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalatnawa, Kawabatinawa, Kasalatnawa, Kawabatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Haishayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahaparth, Lawa Aman.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, so be it.
So prayer for the power. Akak. Slakia. This is Hakak, the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashimi Hawashai, Bobakushah, the thunder nawa, Hakak, Larpa'ah, Kal Maka'Allah, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Atahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahakwium, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashimi Hawashai, Duwada Aman.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
So prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Rakatha Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Slakim, Wa Makala, Wa Alahayim, Wa Tazabaya'ah, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapya, Hasaranyam, Hakwatayanyam, Hakwayoyo, Wa Ekwathian, Yahweh, Wa Shimi Hawashai, the Wada Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Waharataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, Lahakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Aftapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Waba'aka, Mayatha, Ayalam.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Adam Yalakad, Al Takarash, wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Ayabika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Amaka, Ya'aramwa, Sawada, Wayata, Yatazawa, Atazapanwaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wakakiram, Magawaya, Wala'a, Yasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Naawataza, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Alahaya, Alawam, Wa Yashamai, Alahayim, Wawa Abba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wayamalak, Palashath, Yeshabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakor, Kwashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandayara, Hayawa, Daman, Lada Ama, Shayathumwa, Nada Yatmawa, Kairab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana I, Kanaya Samwa, Ishar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lamawa, Ath, Nahawath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathumwa, Kagalgala, did I read? Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanyaraka, Kaash, W Ira, Wakalaba'a, Talahat, Harayam, Daradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Ajai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadawa, Wayadayawa, Kayatha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labadka, Ayawan, Alka Rataza.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. The sword also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, are the princes as Zabah and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
All right, sir. Men of Israel, guard thyselves, practice of Torah. All right. All right, men of Israel. Oh, you good? You said that. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courage salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Lamadio, Barak, Yajamata, son, friends and sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courage salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Madio, Barak, Yajamata, class dismissed.